Alright, now, here's the part where we're starting to make it. So, that said, you do not have to have a measuring cup. I don't have a measuring cup here in Myrtle Beach, so I'm using another resource. If you have blender ball cups, a lot of people do, you can use the blender ball cup and use the measurements from the blender ball cup. Okay. Basically, we're going to be putting in cups of everything. 1 cup for each liquor and 2 cups for each juice, besides the Kool-Aid bottles, which we will be putting 4 bottles in. Okay? So, let's get to it. Now, first bottle, Bacardi 151. For those of you who don't know, Bacardi 151 is pretty high octane drink, but also very fun to use. Everclear 2 and Remy Martin 3. Okay, so we'll do the Everclear first, actually, instead of the Bacardi, because the Bacardi is probably best to be second. So we're going to put a cup, so we're going to pour up to 8 ounces. Cup. So let me go up here. 8 ounces. Cup. Okay. So you're going to dump that in there. Okay. Bacardi 151. Now, if you've ever had Everclear before, you know that it's pretty strong stuff. Now, this particular bottle of 151 actually has a strainer in here, because this is serious stuff as well. And let me just say, you know, if you're going to be using Everclear at any point, I mean, I know it says it on the bottle not to drink it alone. You should not be drinking it alone with nothing else mixed in it. Okay, that's a good way to get yourself hurt, and I would not advise doing so, especially if you're using the 195. You could possibly get away with it with, I think, Tipsy Bartender in California can only get his at, I think it's at 7. Theirs is at 70%. In Virginia, where I'm from, you cannot get it. You can't get it at all. In Maryland, it's at 190. So now this stuff right here, Remy Martin V. Let me just put this up here too. If you do not know who Charlemagne is from off Guy Code, he represents Remy Martin. Some good stuff right here. I used to drink the VSOP, but I tried out this V2. Both of them are great. But it all depends on your taste. Some people don't like Remy Martin, but I definitely do. So now, a cup of this as well. Drop that in there. Now what I may do is since this thing is so big, I may put 2, but we want to see how many cups of everything I can put in before we decide to do that. I mean, this is a 2-gallon thing, but you know, you can never be too sure once you start adding in a bunch of other cups, stuff like that. So now, moving on to the juices. We'll shake up the juices. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I am not, if I add more, I'm not going to show that part. I'm just showing the main part of getting with a regular 1 to 2 cup ratio of liquor to juice. But as far as just for everyone else to be able to see what's happening, but other than that, if you want to add more, I would suggest keeping the ratio 1 cup liquor, 2 cups juice of each juice. If you're going to add more, let's just say you did 2 cups of liquor, you would add another 2 cups of juice. So if there's 2 cups of liquor, 4 cups of juice. Pretty much simple. Okay. Let me go grab the other stuff real quick. Alright. So I'm back. So now, we did the Simply Raspberry, Simply Blueberry. Now we're doing a Hawaiian Punch. Lemon Berry Squeeze. Okay? It's not just regular, it's Lemon Berry Squeeze. Okay? 2 cups of that. Then we're going to add 2 cups of white crayon strawberry. I would prefer Ocean Spray, but if you don't like Ocean Spray, you can use something else. It doesn't have to be that. Okay? And also, another thing though too is try to make some room in your fridge for a container like this. It's a lot better cold, but it doesn't have to be cold. I mean, because you can always add ice to it, but you know, not a lot of people are willing to try and add ice to something, especially, you know, sometimes you drink liquor and you don't really want ice with it. But now, Kool-Aids. I'm gonna add 4 bottles of the Kool-Aid. If I can get them open. Get a knife here. Pop them open. Kool-Aid's really set it off. You know, everyone has had their experiences with the Kool-Aids, so but this stuff is pretty good stuff, so you can't go wrong with it. And then I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done putting the Kool-Aids in here. Gosh, Kool-Aid getting everywhere. Okay. So now, lift this up. Now I'll show you what it looks like with the Kool-Aids in. Okay, so this is pretty much what it looks like with the Kool-Aid in. It's got a pretty cool color to it. I mean, it's a good mix up of different things. You can see the blue sitting on the top. So it does add a little something something to it. But although we have it like this, we want to make sure that we put something in there and stir it up, because we don't want the fruit to soak up all the Kool-Aid. So with that said, we're going to get a spoon. Any kind of spoon will do. A ladle is probably the best. But any kind of stirring, mixing spoon you can use is fine. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want it to be pretty decent spoon. Of course, I'm rinsing off everything I use in this place because you know, it's a vacation place, so you don't know if people actually cleaned anything or not. But basically, you just want to kind of mix it up. By the time you finish mixing it up, it'll end up being like a purplish color. So, and it looks pretty good. I mean, now the other thing though too is that you can smell the alcohol in there. So you gotta be careful, but for the most part, it's all gravy. Now, if you guys do end up making this, tell me what you think about it. I know this video is not the greatest video in the world, but I am doing it on my phone, so I'm trying to be as professional as possible with this video. But let me know what you guys think. Like, favorite, whatever you want to do, subscribe, whatever. I'm just out here trying to, make things almost like art, you know what I mean? And Tipsy Bartender really got me, encouraged and influenced to try and do something different. And so maybe this thing will be fun for me. Hopefully it'll be fun for you guys. And like I said, I'll put up another video later, showing how the girls liked it, and maybe you could try it out at home. But anyways, IKIG, and I'm out of here.